going on, people? Al York Sports, 15 quickest minutes in sports. Another day, man. Saga continues, man. A lot on my mind, man. Real talk, man. But before anything, just remember we got the national championship game today. Let me show y'all what it is. Here we go, baby. Got the Zags minus 4.5. 160 is the total, baby. 4.5, 160 the total. I'm gonna give y'all a prediction right before my show ends. So if y'all hang around, y'all get the prediction, man. Let me shut this off. Let's get the show started, man. A lot on my mind, man. I'm real disappointed right now in a lot of shit, but we'll continue to do the show. I ain't gonna let nothing interrupt that. Real quick, let's go to the NFL. Tom Brady's breaking records on the field and off the field. Brady's rookie card sold in March for $1.32 million, and it's believed that he broke a record for the NFL card for selling it for $1.32 million. And now he actually got a card sold right now for $2.5 million, another rookie card that they discovered, and he's just continuing to break records. Actually, $2.25 million. And, you know, it's Tom Brady, man. A lot of people, he's the GOAT. To me, he's the GOAT as long as they could get the cheating allegations out of his name. Definitely the GOAT. But if not, it's still Montana to me until, you know, Brady proves otherwise. Other news real quick. Just in the Carolina Panthers reached on a deal for Sam Darnold, number 3 overall pick in 2018 for 3 picks. 16th rounder in 2021, no, a 6th rounder in 2021, and a 2nd and 4th rounder in 2022. So if you ask me, I think Carolina wins early on this trade, but depending who the Jets pick up via these draft picks, then we could tell otherwise. But as of right now, the Carolina Panthers got the better of the deal, which means that the Jets now are going to go after the sensational BYU quarterback Zach Wilson, and they must be highly on him, man, for them to make this trade now and go after Zach Wilson. I think they're going after Zach Wilson. Some might say Justin Fields. I'm going to say Zach Wilson. Other news, North Carolina named Hubert Davis to succeed the great Roy Williams. Interesting, I feel. I thought they would have got like a veteran coach. Instead, they get an old Tar Heel player that's been in the Tar Heel system forever in Hubert Davis. He knows the players, he knows the system, he knows the franchise. So it should be a decent fit. I just don't know where his skill set is at, and that is yet to be determined. Other news, the New York Mets, which I'm watching the game right now, they're up 2-0 on the Phillies, bottom of the 5th. DeGrom on the hill. Gave Francisco Lindor an extension of 10-year, $341 million with a $21 million signing bonus. And fucking incredible. The only thing I can say is wow. That's the only thing I can say. MLB baseball, fresh starts and bad starts. You got the O's 3-0, Astros 4-0, Phils 3-0, Angels 3-1, and bad starts. The Braves 0-3 and the A's are 0-4. That's just the first weekend of MLB. Nothing to take serious. It's good to get a good start, but it's not all important because there's so many games. And this is just 3-4 games. They're just getting their feet wet. But it's good to see the Baltimore Orioles start at 3-0 because they've been in the cellar of baseball for like the last 20, 25 years. So hopefully the Orioles and their fans can have something good to think about this year and a decent team. That's what I'm hoping for. Because like I said, they've been horrible since Cal Ripken. Okay, now let's go to the NCAA championship game. 27-2 Baylor Bears are playing 31-0 Gonzaga Bulldogs. Should be a real great game tonight. You know, you got Jared Butler, Devion Mitchell, Marcio Teague, and Adam Fagler for the Bears. And for the Gonzaga Bulldogs, a.k.a. the Zags, Jalen Suggs, who hit that three-pointer to win the game against UCLA, Corey Crisper, who's nice, Joey Ayayi, who's like a sleeper, and Drew Timme. So this is going to be a real good game. I'm not going to give y'all my decision until I go through who they had to beat to get here. We're going to start with the Baylor Bears real quick. Baylor Bears on their opening round, they played the Hartford Hawks, beat them 79-55, and was up 37-21 at the half, and coasted to an easy victory, 79-55, as the Baylor Bears moved on to the second round. Now, this is their second round game. They faced the tough Wisconsin Badger team and beat them 76-63, in which Baylor led 42-29 at the half, and also coasted to a 76-73 victory in round two. Third round for the Baylor Bears, they beat a tough Villanova team that was 18-7, 62-51, but they trailed at the half 30-22 and smoked them in the second half, 40-21, outscored the Wildcats and beat them 62-51 in round three. Round four, they ended up playing the Arkansas Razorbacks 25-7. Baylor was up 46-38 at the half and beat Arkansas 81-72 to move on. And in round five, which everybody thought this was going to be a close game, including myself, the Houston Cougars 28-4. This happened to be Baylor's easiest game on the court. Now, before the game, this is supposed to be their toughest game, but they handled them easy. They was up 45-20 at the half. I mean, they totally dominated them on the defensive end and ended up beating them 78-59, and now are in the national championship game. Now we're going to do the same with the Zags. Zags opened up round one. They beat Norfolk State 17-8, 98-55, and they were up 43-23 at the half, and just demolished them all the way through and ended up being them, like I said, 98-55. Round two for the Zags. They beat Oklahoma Sooners 16-11, 87-71. Was up at the half, 46-34. Zags routed. Zags basically won every game by double digits until that UCLA game. Game number three, round three, they played the Creighton Blue Jays. Zags dogged them also 83-65, and we're up at the half 43-33. Too much for the Jays. Zags move on to round four. Round four, they played the USC Trojans, who my man Justin Yu loves them, had them that game, had them money line. Came up short as the Bulldogs squeezed them most, so no match. Beat them 85-66 and let out the half 49-30. Game was over early. Think they was up like 9-zip, 9-1, something like that, and they never looked back as the Trojans got routed, and the Zags move on to round five, which was to me the best game of the series. UCLA Bruins, 11 seed UCLA Bruins, 22-10, gave the Zags everything they had. I mean, it went to overtime, and even in the overtime, it could have went to double overtime if Jalen Suggs don't hit that three-pointer just past half court with no time on the clock. In an incredible game where the Zags led 45-44 at the half. They also hit a shot right before the halftime. So they actually almost hit two buzzer beaters in both halves to win both halves. So if you had the money line both halves, first half and in the game, you would have won. But if you had points, it was all UCLA Bruins. They covered every spread that was possible to cover. And like I said, they beat them in an intriguing game, 93-90. One of the best college games I ever seen. I mean, I've seen some great ones. Some real great college basketball games. The old Syracuse, the Georgetown Hoyas when they played Villanova, Jim Jensen, Pickney and company. So many good games. The Christian Laettner last second shot. So many games I witnessed. The Milt Wagner dominance of the Duke Blue Devils. So many great games, but this ranks right up there when Jalen Suggs sunk that three from, like I said, just beyond half court to beat the UCLA Bruins in a tough, great, best basketball game of the tournament so far. Okay, now we get into where we need to get to. Like I said, 27-2 Baylor Bears, 31-0 Gonzaga Bulldogs. Baylor Bears, to me, are more athletic than the Gonzaga Bulldogs. But the Gonzaga Bulldogs are more polished. So, You got Coach Few, who definitely needs one. Coach Drew for the Bears, also a real good coach. But Few been doing this, from my understanding, for something like 20-somewhat years. Has one of the greatest percentage records. Always wins his conference, his division, year after year. Gonzaga dominates, but then they come up short in the tournament. Been to the Final Four before, been to the championship game. I think they lost to the Tar Heels, if I'm correct. I might be wrong. Tar Heels, Duke, one of those teams when the last time they had a chance to win. So when I make my decision on who I like in this game, I did say on the post before that if the Zags get through UCLA, they're going to win it all. And I got to stand behind my statement. But this is the problem. If I had a gun in my head, and I promise you I'm not hedging out. I'm not hedging out. If I had a gun in my head, I got to take the more athletic Baylor Bears with the plus 4.5, 5. You can bring it up to 5 or find a 5. I love the number 5. I'll have to go Bears. But if you're going money line, and let's say you tied it up with a baseball, with a basketball game, or you lay out the 2-1, I got to go with the Bulldogs. I think it's their year. I mean, when is Coach Few going to win one? What better chance does he have? He already said this was by far his best unit ever. Not saying best as far as basketball players, overall, between them being nice and then them being real good kids. He loves this bunch. They got a chance to go undefeated. This hasn't happened since the Indiana Hoosiers of 75, 76. Bobby Knight's team. It seems like no other team's going to go undefeated. I mean, how many years ago was that? We're talking 25. We're talking about almost 45, 46 years ago since a team went undefeated and won it all. As much as I want to say Baylor Bears, because I'm telling you, I want to say Baylor Bears because what they did to the Cougars just showed me how great they were. And that kid Mitchell, if he gets going, Mitchell and Butler, woo, it's going to be hard to beat those Bears, man. If them guys get going, but I'm just going to think, I'm thinking, Suggs, Kispert, Ayayi's going to have a huge game, and Drew Timmy's got to live on that line. He's going to have to cause, got to get them boys in foul trouble. I think it's going to be another down to the wire game. And this is what I feel. I wish I could just give you one. If you're going to take the points, I take the Bears with the 4.5, 5. If you're going to do the money line just to win, I think the Zags win by 1, 2, 3, or 4 points. I mean, I cannot tell you no other way. This is what I feel. I'm not going to force anything. So if I'm playing this game, I'm going to money line the Zags and then maybe put them with a baseball or a fight on the weekend. I'm going to tie them up. If I just won one game, then I'm going to take the Baylor Bears with the points. So that's the best I could give y'all. Al York Sports, enjoy the national championship game. It starts about 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. I'm trying to have this video before that game starts. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. And if anybody has an editor who's serious and is nice with it, tell them to inbox me, man. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to trash nobody. Bottom line, you want to do what you do, and you're great in what you do, and you're serious in what you do, I'm your guy. Because ain't nobody going to go harder than me, and I promise you that, man. Al York Sports, the raw truth. Don't forget, every Friday, open sessions with the giveaways. Love y'all. Tune in soon. Y'all already know what it is. Enjoy the national championship game. One love, y'all.